into the city's housing laws amid an ongoing legal battle between an Airbnb owner and an alleged squatter. The owner tells us that she's tried everything to get the woman out, even putting up a red public notice sign warning of an unauthorized occupant. But as you see, somebody tried to cover it up with a blanket. Now, as this case now heads to court today, our Felicia Ashley is looking into how housing laws in the district could be affected.
I spoke with sources within district government and learned after seeing our reports, local leaders and lawmakers are discussing changes on how to define tenants and landlords in the district. I also spoke to D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson about my reporting on the accused squatter and homeowners back and forth.
I've seen some of the reports. I think it's pretty shocking what they've revealed.
Most alarming to the chairman are the patterns 7 News uncovered in court records about Romero's history of repeated evictions in the district.
To me, it's this pattern. It's not just one situation, but the fact that the allegations are situation after situation, apartment building after apartment building. To me, it seems that there's intent, and that's why I've said I think that it's more than just the traditional landlord-tenant situation. It's more than just a civil matter. I can't help but think that there's some criminal implications.
The alleged squatted home is in Councilman Zachary Parker's ward. He provided this statement following our reporting, saying in part, quote, "I have asked my legislative team to look into existing law to understand what gaps may exist, and I am prepared to explore the introduction of emergency legislation if necessary." He called the situation ridiculous and said his team is monitoring it, as well as the court's decision, and he's met with the homeowner. Do you imagine that what's being revealed in the reports and the pattern that's been shown could possibly inspire some changes as it relates to tenant and landlords in the district?
Well, I'm certainly willing to look at the law.
The homeowner and extended guest in the middle of it all?
I'm literally helpless, and I'm relying on a court to hopefully see what has transpired and how I was basically connived into a situation.
You mentioned that you are going to leave, but you're going to go through the court process.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm going to leave before the court process finishes, but we are still going to go through the court process.
Now, we have been closely following this case as it plays out, and of course we'll continue to keep you updated. Scan the QR code on your screen right now and you can see all of our coverage.
All right, to our exclusive reporting now about a dispute between a homeowner and an alleged squatter. It's getting the attention of D.C. leaders and council members now looking into the city's housing laws. Homeowner Roshane Douglas has been trying to evict Shadija Romero from her Airbnb. Romero moved in back in February and stopped paying rent in July. Well, this week, 7 News examined court records. They show Romero has stayed at several other properties in the DMV for months, rent-free, while exploiting legal loopholes.
I've seen some of the reports. I think it's pretty shocking what they've revealed.
Now, the property that Romero was staying at is in Councilman Zachary Parker's ward. He calls the situation, quote, ridiculous, and says he's prepared to explore introducing emergency legislation if necessary. Douglas and Romero are set to appear in court today. A ruling is expected on whether Romero can remain at the Airbnb. 7 News will be at the hearing, and we'll let you know what happens.
And in Maryland, legislation recently became law to help address a spike in squatting across the state. The bill changes the real estate code to speed up the eviction process. State Senator Ron Watson, who represents Prince George's County, sponsored the measure after alleged squatting incidents happened in his Upper Marlboro neighborhood. And scan the QR code on your screen right now to watch all of our reporting on this case, and stay with 7 News on your side for the outcome of today's court hearing on air and at WJLA.com.